Okay, let's talk dichotomous keys. So you're here either because you are checking your work after completing the dichotomous keys and it's just kind of like a little review and you just want to make sure that you did it the right way, or you're lost and you have no idea how to do a dichotomous key. Well, first of all, let's talk about why we would even use this thing called a dichotomous key. And it is really to help us identify organisms that we don't know what they are. Okay, so let's take a look for here. If we were going to look at this thing, and we had no idea what it is, we were going to ask, what is this organism? We could use the dichotomous key to find out. Now, the word dichotomous is actually comes from, it's two Greek words, which means divided into two parts. And the whole point behind that is because every single step of the dichotomous key is divided into two parts. It's essentially going to give you one of two options or two paths for you to choose to help you identify what this organism is. So some of you might know what this one is: a water bear, a tardigrade, kind of, same thing. Others might have no clue. And if you found this thing and had no clue, you could use a dichotomous key to help you identify it. Let's take a look at a very simple dichotomous key down here. Again, let's just say we were going to identify something, down here, really simple, right here. We would simply follow the step, and then whatever we could identify as the characteristic, we would then follow the step afterwards. So we're going to start with number one. We're going to try to identify what this organism is. Now, obviously, some of you know what this is, but we're going to attempt to do it anyway. We're going to attempt to figure out what this is. So start with step number one. Does it have a backbone or no backbone? This one obviously has a backbone. So because it has a backbone, it's going to tell us to go to step number two. So we go down to step number two, wings or no wings. If it had wings, we would already be done. This would be a bat, but this doesn't have wings. So we go down here to where it says no wings, and it says go to step number three. So we go down here where it says legs or no legs. This one obviously has legs, so it says go to step four. Shell or no shell. This one has a shell, therefore this is a tortoise. Now let's go check out one that's a little bit more difficult. Okay, let's just take these ones down here. This is practice. Practice number one. So we're going to take a look at this organism right here. We got some characteristics about it down here, and we're going to use these characteristics to help us identify which kingdom this organism is actually in. If you remember kingdom from the day before or from last week, it was talking about the kingdoms of living things. It's how we organize and classify organisms. So we'll take this organism right here, and we're going to say, all right, which kingdom is it in? We're going to use a dichotomous key to help us find that. So we'll go down to the dichotomous key down here, starting in step number one. Is it prokaryotic or is it eukaryotic? If it's prokaryotic, we're going to go to step two. If it's eukaryotic, we're going to go to step five. So which one is this? This is a eukaryotic organism. So we go back down to the key. It said go to step number five. So we're going to skip two, we're going to skip three, we're going to skip four, and we're going to go straight to five. Is it unicellular or multicellular? Let's go back up. This is a unicellular organism. So we're going to go back down and check out unicellular versus multicellular. Again, this is a unicellular organism. That means we are going to go to step six. Is it autotrophic or is it heterotrophic? This one is autotrophic right here. Okay, it says autotrophic. So we'll go back down, check out, is it autotrophic or heterotrophic? Autotrophic tells me that I need to go to step number seven, which is right here, which tells me that the kingdom of that organism, of this one right here, is Protista. So what do? Well, all we have to do is write down that organism number one is in the kingdom Protista. Again, guys, this isn't a super difficult thing. It's just being patient and making sure that you're following the correct steps, making sure that you are reading the directions and following the correct steps. Now, some of you may look at this last page. We're not ready for this yet. This is going to be on Wednesday when we do a little bit of investigating into, or a little bit of investigating into live organisms, which we are going to do a little bit later. I think it's actually Thursday that we're going to do it, but we will do this later. So you do not have to worry about this last page. The only thing you have to make sure that you have done as of right now is identifying these four organisms and the kingdoms that they belong in. Okay. If you are confused, I will be there to help you. We'll make sure that we go over this all together, make sure that we understand it. In the meantime, just do your best. Let me know if you need help.